I I have no word. I don't know what to say about Batman Returns. All I could say is that, well, now it happened. Took me. Let me see how long it has been since I made my Batman 1989 review. It has been 1 month. 1 month. It took me to watch one movie. Y'all are telling me what, and I hope y'all are telling me. Well, not I hope, but I think you're all wondering why did it take you so long. Let me just tell you, this movie gave me like for two reasons. One, Catwoman. I'm afraid Catwoman's gonna give me a boner because a lot of people are saying Catwoman and Batman Returns is sexy and all that, and I didn't want to risk having a boner to that movie. Thankfully, I did it. And the second reason why I'm afraid to watch this movie is because this movie gave me scars when I first watched that movie. Not literal scars, but it scarred my mind. Because I remember when I first watched it, it was the scene where like the Snow Princess like fell out. I mean, it's not a spoiler because this movie's like 30 years old. I remember when I first watched it, it was the only scene that I watched as a kid of that movie was whenever this Snow Princess like drops down a building, and I didn't know the context of it, and I thought Batman just pushed her and like didn't give a crap on saving her, and I was like, wow, Batman is scary. Like that's what gave me the whole Batman is scary kind of atmosphere that I had growing up as a little kid. And when I watched the movie, it wasn't scary. I mean, it was dark, but not scary. Now let's go the usual way. Let's go to my cons. My cons for this movie is that I was expecting a more banger theme than the first one. Like the first one is like the first Batman theme was so nostalgic, like just give me so many memories of playing Lego Batman the video game. I was expecting the second one to be a banger as well, but it wasn't a banger. I mean, I don't know if it was Danny Elfman who did it. I mean, there were three different composers for the movie, but I don't know if that was Danny Elfman or not. It just sounded kind of weird. Sorry if I sound like a spoiled brat for saying that the doesn't sound like the first one. Yeah, I know. I just this is like the Batman theme I'm used to. You know, so I expect the theme for the sequel to be better. You know, because it is a sequel. It's supposed to be better. And for those of you saying, is Batman Returns better than Batman One? I mean, yes, because my positive for this film, they let Tim Burton actually go with his creative vision of the film. Even though the backlash of this movie was, let's just say, not good. I'll go over that later. My other cons for this movie was that Christopher Walken is not playing anyone. He's just playing Christopher Walken. Like, I mean, Christopher Walken does play Christopher Walken every single movie he's in. But I mean, what was my other con of this movie? I had oh yeah. In the climax, Catwoman is like, "You killed me, you killed me, and you killed me," and like she had three lives down. Now like the first death, she fell out of a building. That counts. And she fell out of a second building again. She fell out of a building again, and then the penguin grabbed an umbrella, put the hook of the umbrella, like the curve of the umbrella at the bottom when you're holding it, on her neck, sent her flying, and she's choking. And then when she gets down, she crashes into a building. She crashes onto a greenhouse, I'd say. But then when Christopher Walken shoots her, she's like, "Oh, look at that! Every single time you shoot me, I lose a life." Which, no, that's not how guns work. Every single time a gun shoots you, it's not an automatic death. I mean, if it's anywhere in the head or in the heart, yes, it's guaranteed. But the dude shoots her in the leg, like shoots her in the leg and the arm and in the chest. Which in the chest, yeah, that would be a life taken over. But those shots in the leg and arms, I don't think those would be counted as another life taken. It's kind of messed up. Also, the penguin's death, I know they're trying to make it like very symbolic. I think this is like a negative aspect of the movie everybody doesn't like about the movie, but the penguin's death, like it has all these penguins carrying his corpse and putting him in the sewer water. Like it's supposed to be like a touching moment, but the way the animatronics look, the way the animatronic penguins look, they just look kind of funny. All right, that is my hold up. Holy shoot, it's raining hard. Man, I can hear the rain. No, like I can hear the pitter patter. It's raining hard. Anyways, back to my positives of this movie. My positives of this movie, like I said, they finally let Tim Burton. They've let Tim Burton do Tim Burton do whatever the heck he wants in the sequel. Like it feels more of his vision than in the first one. And yes, again, it's not comic accurate, but hey, like Catwoman wasn't resurrected with a bunch of cats on her side, but hey, it's weird. And like Tim Burton, his motto is, I love the weird and the outcast. Every single time I make a character or emphasize for characters because they're an outcast. You know, that's the whole Tim Burton schmuck. Another thing I like about the movie is the action sequences. In the first movie, yes, it had some action sequences, but you rarely see them. But in here, right at the beginning of the movie, there's an action sequence. Another positive for the movie that I didn't expect was Pee Wee Herman dumping his child, throwing his child in the river. Yes, Pee Wee Herman plays Oswald Cobblepot's father, aka Oswald Cobblepot the Penguin. Pee Wee Herman in the movie plays the Penguin's father, and he threw him, and that's just that's just too funny that I couldn't count as a negative. It was a positive because it made me chuckle. Another thing I like about the movie is the performances in the movie. Christopher Walken plays Christopher Walken, of course. Michael Keaton plays surprisingly a better Batman than the first movie. Michelle Pfeiffer also rocks as Catwoman, and no, I'm not gonna. And for you creeps saying that because Michelle Pfeiffer is the best Catwoman because of her outfit, no. Also, her voice for Catwoman is exactly what I imagine Catwoman sounding like. And of course, Danny DeVito as the Pingu. I liked him in the movie, and I'm kind of concerned for Danny's health because he had to eat a real raw fish in the scene where he bites a dude's nose. I think y'all know what scene it is. Anyways, the movie is good. 8 out of 10 in the not so serious and serious scale. Now, for those of you saying, wait, but you say you're gonna go over the controversy this movie had. What was the controversy? Well, when the first Batman movie came out, 1989, with the Joker, Michael Keaton, the one that I reviewed a month. When the movie was in production, they were like, "Hey, McDonald's was like, hey, let's brand Batman, you know," and they did. And when Batman came out, they had Happy Meal toys. The movie was the highest grossing movie of all time until Jurassic Park came out. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that Batman 1989 was such a success because of toys, Happy Meals, and its box office. And whenever they were making a sequel, again, McDonald's was gonna make Happy Meal toys of the second one, but the second one had a PG-13 rating, and McDonald's was kind of worried that they were going to advertise to a PG-13 movie. I don't know if the first Batman movie was PG-13. It looked like I think it was PG. Anyways, what happened was that whenever they showed the movie to McDonald's was kind of concerned that they will make toys off of the movie. But they said, oh, well, and they released toys to make it seem like the movie would be child-friendly. Bad move on McDonald's, though, because whenever the parents took their children to see the movie, they complained that it was dark. And why would McDonald's ever sell toys of this dark movie? Ah, yes, I also do remember the Terminator and RoboCop being advertised for action figures. Anyways, the movie had a lot of controversy whenever it came out because they're like McDonald's would make toys out of this very dark movie. The movie was pounded by critics, no, not critics, but by parents by saying, why would you make toys off of this movie? And why does this movie exist? Why did McDonald's even had the idea of making toys for this movie? And honestly, the movie was PG-13, and it's Tim Burton. I wouldn't blame the parents, and I wouldn't blame McDonald's. Who's to blame for this? The people who let the idea that a movie about parents throwing their children in rivers, a lady dying, then her dying in the movie, then her last death in the movie, then like her ultimate death in the movie. Not ultimate death, but like the last death. She's not dead, but like on her 8th life, I guess. She dies. She dies by kissing the person who supposedly killed her. And about this dude who has been living in the sewers and bites a dude's nose off. Ah, yes, because McDonald's, when I think of it, I think of the penguin biting someone's nose until it bleeds. Ba-da-bum-ba-ba. So yeah, that was a controversy the movie had whenever it came out. But what I think of this, I think the movie's good. I mean, yes, I think it's better than the first one, but honestly, I think I watched the first one more than the second one. But anyways, that was my review. Sorry for the long wait. Another reason why I'm afraid is because this is where the Batman movies go downhill. Where like I have to review the Joel Schumacher movies. You know, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, those movies. I am not excited to see those movies. No. I mean, I don't blame Joel Schumacher for this. I mean, it's mostly because of the second one. I'll explain it all whenever I review Batman Forever. Yeah, I'm not gonna be excited for that. Anyways, have a good rest of your day, and I hope that this year has been very good to y'all. Thank you very much for watching this video, and yeah, stay tuned for the review of Batman Returns. Ugh.